Mrs. Hilda Faye Sumner. Graveside service for Miss Sumner will be today at 10 a.m. from Evergreen Cemetery. Community Funeral Home directing Mrs. Parnithia Hollenquist. Funeral service Saturday at 1 p.m. from Community Funeral Home Chapel in Sylacauga. Visitation Friday at the funeral home from 1 until 7. Community Funeral Home directing. Graveside funeral service for Mrs. Betty Red will be Monday, October the 12th at 1 p.m. from Sylacauga Cemetery. Visitation will be Sunday from 1 until 8 at the funeral home. Community Funeral Home directing. And Mr. Broderick Waters, graveside service for Mr. Waters was held yesterday in the Coosa Valley Baptist Church Cemetery in Harpersville and in Vincent, and Community Funeral Home directed that service. Mr. James Hugo Buddy Porky Blankenship Sr., age 69 of Sylacauga, died Tuesday at Bill Nichols State Veterans Home in Alexander City. The station will be held on Saturday from 5 until 8 p.m. at Curtis & Son North. Funeral service will be Sunday at 2 p.m. from Curtis & Son North. Burial in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. Mr. Blankenship was a decorated Vietnam veteran. He passed away on Tuesday at Bill Nichols State Veterans Home in Alexander City. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Graveside service for Jerome Garrett, age 64, at 1 o'clock Sunday, October the 11th at Kingston Memorial Gardens. Visitation will be on Saturday from 2 until 7 at Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary. Terry's Mortuary directing. Miss Candace D. Holsclaw died October the 6th. We announced that a little bit earlier, the arrangements for Ms. Holsclaw and Community Funeral Home directing that service. Celebration of Life for Shirley Ann Tanner, age 68, is 2:30 Sunday at Grant Street with the Reverend Billy G. Springer officiating. The family requests that Facebook that face masking is required and social distancing as well as all this due to COVID-19. Aubrey Bouchelon, funeral directing out of Birmingham. Claudine Davis Baggett, age 94 of Talladega, died October the 5th. Graveside service will be today at 1 o'clock from Lincoln City Cemetery in Lincoln. Talladega Funeral Home directing. Celebration of Life for Robert Michael Mike Hatchett, age 70, will be Saturday at 11 a.m. from Canaan Baptist Church in Bessemer. In lieu of flowers, you may make donations in memory of Mike to the Canaan Baptist Church, 2543 Morgan Road, Bessemer, Alabama, 35022. Graveside service for Blaine Lambert, age 61 of Alpine, will be this afternoon at 3 p.m. from Evergreen Cemetery, with the Reverend Freddie Edwards officiating. Mr. Lambert died Monday at his residence. Visitation today, 2 until 2:45 at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. Travis Glenn Blake, age 63, is today at 11:30 from Alexander City Methodist Church with the Reverend Wayne Cowhick officiating. Burial in the Woods Presbyterian Cemetery. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Mr. Blake was a member of the Alexander City Methodist Church where he taught Sunday school and was a choir member. Radley Funeral Home directing. And funeral service for Miss Bertha Leonard Harrison, age 90, is noon today at Wright's Funeral Home Chapel in Alexander City with interment at the Good Grove Baptist Church Cemetery. And Miss Harrison died October 4th at her residence. Wright's Funeral Home in Alexander City, announcing those arrangements. This obituary report this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.